Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the National Association of Black Journalists, and we're fortunate to have with us a member of the National Association of Black Journalists, Mr. DLewis. Mr. Lewis is with the Tennessean. He is a columnist. He is a member of the editorial board as well as one of the regional editors. And Mr. Lewis, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Well, thank you, Dr. Haney.
You know, Mr. Lewis, it's so seldom that we have an opportunity to talk to a person in the media like yourself. You're involved in the newspaper in just a whole variety of ways. As we indicated in our introduction, you are you're a columnist for the Tennessean, and of course we all read your columns periodically in the Tennessean, and you're also a member of the editorial board, and you are a member of just a whole variety of the regional editor, and et cetera. But now, before we get into all of those different titles that you carry, let's talk about DLewis and have you to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in your life before you became all of these titles that you now are. And then we'll talk about the National Association, some of the other things that you're concerned with.
All right, it's not much to say, but just briefly, I was born in Knoxville, lived for a while in Strawberry Plains, Tennessee. I moved back to Knoxville and went to high school there, and came to Tennessee State, attended Tennessee State University, a BS degree in business administration, and done a fellowship program at the University of Michigan for a school year, and one for a couple of months at the University of Missouri, both dealing with journalism. And I've been at the Tennessee 25 years now.
You know, I think that, as we said, in reference to all of those various titles that you have, many people really don't understand that much about the inner workings of a large metropolitan newspaper like the Tennessean. Why don't you give them, our audience, some information this morning about exactly what do you do in the sense of, as a member of the editorial board. We all read the editorials. And give us that kind of information.
Well, we have usually Monday through Thursdays. Our editorial board meets at 11 o'clock. Some days when we have special guests, we may meet at 10:30, or if somebody can't come in until later in the afternoon, we meet then. And what we do is decide, meet as a group, there's 5 of us, and we meet as a group and decide what stance the paper is going to take on certain issues. Like, you know, should we go along with the building of the arena? Or if it was dealing with betting, horse racing, or in presidential candidates, local races. You know, what candidates should we back?
Mm-hmm. And so all of those are made from collectively.
Yeah.
And now, is there any disagreement among you when you make these decisions?
Sometimes, but not a lot. Our group is, you know, we're pretty compatible, and we, you know, some people may have differences of opinion or may not feel as strongly about one issue as another, and we throw it out there.
Mm-hmm. But for the most part, you're all basically on the same wavelength. Yes. When you deal with media. Now, the association, of course, you are a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. Let's tell our audience some things about that association this morning before we get into the upcoming convention here in Nashville.
Okay. The National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, is the largest media organization of people of color in the United States. Be 21 years old this year. It was founded to help promote and communicate the importance of diversity, and we strive, you know, to push diversity in, you know, all areas of the media, broadcast, print, you know, all areas. And since during the 21 years, we've also gone on to do some other things. We provide scholarships, internships, educational programs. And we also, you know, it's a good organization to network in.
You know, when you talk about some of the